Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this evening's update on Typhoon Haiku slash Hanna. So, Typhoon Haiku has strengthened to a 120 mile per hour very strong typhoon as of 10 p.m. Central American Time, September the 2nd, and is nearing landfall across southern Taiwan. And looking at Sunday 7 a.m. Central American Time, we're looking at a 105 mile per hour typhoon over south central Taiwan, going to Sunday 7 p.m. Central American Time, an 85 mile per hour typhoon moving to the west of Taiwan, approaching southeastern China. By Monday 1 a.m. Central American Time, 75 mile per hour typhoon moving to the west northwest, and then a landfall in southern Fujian province by Monday 7 p.m. Central American Time as a 65 mile per hour severe tropical storm moving into eastern Guangdong province. By Tuesday 7 p.m. Central American Time as a 40 mile per hour tropical storm going into Wednesday 7 p.m. Central American Time, 30 mile per hour remnant low moving across central Guangdong province, and then 25 mile per hour remnant low across west central Guangdong province by Thursday 7 p.m. Central American Time. So looking at the satellite imagery for Haiku, Typhoon Haiku is looking like a very healthy typhoon on satellite with a perfect pinwheel structure now, and looks like Haiku is trying to form an eye as it nears landfall, indicating that Haiku is unfortunately still intensifying right before it makes landfall in Taiwan. So if you live across central and southern Taiwan, make sure you're making your last minute typhoon preparations, as a very strong typhoon is about to make landfall in the next few hours. Now, looking at the radar, we are seeing incredibly heavy rain from Typhoon Haiku. Rainfall rates as high as 1 to 4 inches per hour, especially in the eyewall. So seeing some of that heavy rain moving into southeastern Taiwan, north central Taiwan, and light to moderate rain in central Taiwan. And as Typhoon Haiku continues to approach landfall, the rain is only going to intensify, and we're going to be seeing some big time flooding as a result of this extremely heavy rain moving into Taiwan, especially pressing up against the mountainous terrain. Now, timing out the typhoon and tropical storm force winds for the next 24 hours across Taiwan. Tropical storm force winds are just offshore to the east, and looking at the wind gusts, we are already seeing some tropical storm force wind gusts in eastern Taiwan. And as we go into the next 6 hours, 12 a.m. Central American Time, September the 3rd, typhoon force winds are going to start to push onto the eastern side of Taiwan. And as we go into 4 a.m. Central American Time, September the 3rd, we see a landfall and then typhoon force winds on the eastern side of the mountains. The mountains are going to protect the western side. However, as we go into 8 a.m. Central American Time, could see some tropical storm force winds in western Taiwan, as well as northern Taiwan around the mountains. And then eastern Fujian province could see some tropical storm force winds as soon as 8 a.m. Central American Time, September the 3rd, going into noon September the 3rd. Most of the tropical storm and typhoon force winds are going to move to the west of Taiwan, moving into eastern China, eastern Fujian province. And then as we go towards 6 p.m. September the 3rd, Central American Time, tropical storm force winds continue along coastal Fujian province. And then as we go into 12 a.m. Central American Time, September the 4th, much of the same, and then some of these tropical storm force winds begin to spread southwest by 6 a.m. Central American Time, September the 4th. And then as we go into 12 p.m. Central American Time, September the 4th, tropical storm force winds continue to hug the coast of Fujian province and eastern Guangdong province. And then eventually we see some tropical storm force winds weaken as Haiku weakens as he makes landfall in China by 12 a.m. Central American Time, September the 5th. Now, timing out the rainfall from Typhoon Haiku, as I mentioned earlier, incredible heavy rain is associated with Typhoon Haiku. And then as we go into the next several hours, extremely heavy rain is going to move across central and eastern Taiwan, leading to a very dangerous flooding threat, as this rainfall is going to be extraordinarily heavy, several inches per hour, and it's going to last a good 12 to 18 hours due to the slow movement of Typhoon Haikui. And we're going to September the 3rd now, still seeing rain in eastern Taiwan, 24 to 36 hours of rain possible. Then rain moving to the southern Fujian province by September the 4th, 3 to 4 a.m. Central American Time. Eastern Guangdong province by 7 to 8 a.m. Central American Time, September the 4th. And continuing across southern Fujian province, eastern Guangdong province, through the afternoon Central American Time, September the 4th. So flooding concerns across southern Fujian province and eastern Guangdong province from Typhoon Haikui all the way through at least September the 5th. So before I close the video out, take a brief look at what was once powerful Typhoon Saola has completely fallen apart, is now a 40-mile-per-hour tropical storm to the south of Guangxi province, going into Sunday 7 a.m. Central American Time, 35-mile-per-hour tropical depression moving to the south into the Gulf of Tonkin, and then by Sunday 7 p.m. Central American Time, 30-mile-per-hour tropical depression, Monday 7 a.m. Central American Time, 30-mile-per-hour remnant low, and then Monday 7 p.m. Central American Time, Seoul is expected to dissipate across the central Gulf of Tonkin. And then looking at Kuroji, Kuroji has completely fallen apart, and now just a 30-mile-per-hour tropical depression, and is expected to dissipate by Sunday 7 p.m. Central American Time as a 25-mile-per-hour remnant low. So if you live across Taiwan, make sure you're preparing now for typhoon force winds, storm surge, and especially dangerous flooding rainfall. Stay safe and have a wonderful evening, my friends.